Hey, Lou from RV Habit here. How's everyone today? I have a Class C coach and I have 2 lead acid batteries that are in the steps. Most Class Cs are like that. They put them in the entrance steps and they're Group 27s. Well, they finally took a crap, so I decided to get 2 new ones. And while I was at it, I upgraded to AGM. Now, they're about double the price, but for me, I think it's a worthwhile investment because I have so many wires in there, it makes it extremely difficult to check the fluid levels every month. So that was the #1 reason I wanted to go with AGM. But another benefit is they charge much quicker. Again, they are double the price other than lead acid batteries. I also went from a Group 27 to a Group 31, which is a little bit larger. And I'm going to answer the age-old question today: will a Group 31 fit in the steps of your Class C? I measured it, it should fit, but it is going to be a struggle to get them in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the old batteries, take out all the wiring, and then bring you over there and we'll see if we can get these to fit. So this is my step in my RV, and the 2 batteries go in here. I have the step taped up so it doesn't fall down on me, and you could see this collage of wires here. So it's going to be pretty difficult to get these batteries in, but I've measured, and if I get the one in and slide it all the way that way, I should be able to get the second one in. The only thing that's going to hurt me is these rounded corners. I'm not sure if I can get around them. It's going to be very, very tight. But first thing I got to do is try and get these wires where they're not going to interfere with getting this battery in. And they are heavy. These batteries are about 70 pounds, where the other ones were about 55. So these are going to be a little tough to get in there. Okay, so the first one's in. That's the easy one. So now, of course, this is where all the wires are and stuff. I think what I may do is, since there's less wires on this side, I'm going to try and slide this one this way and put the second one in over here. So let's try and do that. Okay, it took a little time to move these wires a little better, and I checked all the connections. There actually was some of these were a little loose, so I had to recrimp them and tape them up. This way there's no loose connections. So now I think I've got everything where I can sneak that in. We'll give it a try. Oh wow, that fit with nothing to spare with those round corners. With that round corner, I was just able to get to the side of that. But now I can center them, so they definitely fit. So if you have a Class C with steps, you can fit Group 31 in there. And I'll take you a little closer, take a look at this. That's a Group 31. It's got 800 cold cranking amps, and at a 20-hour rate. It's 105 amp hours per battery. I'm going to connect them in parallel because they're 12 volt. I can't fit a 6 volt in here because they're too high. So connecting them in parallel will double the amps to 210 amp hours. So now I'm just going to start connecting all these wires up. And that's a slow process. You want to make sure you got everything right. For positive. And for negative, it's going to fit better this way. Give me a little more room to work. Okay. And I will just put some nuts on there so they don't go anywhere. Okay, now I'm going to figure out everything that's going to the first positive. I want to connect all the positive on this battery and all the negative ground from the chassis onto this battery. So I'm pulling through the batteries. There's some argument that it doesn't matter, but I like to do that. So the positive to one battery and the negatives to the other battery. Now they're connected in parallel. So negative to negative, positive to positive. That maintains the 12 volts, but it gives you double the amp hours. So now that's 210 amp hour, 12 volt battery. Okay, for my setup, to the first positive battery post on battery number 1, I have the converter positive and the battery positive and my voltmeter. So I am going to get all these on here. Actually, I'm going to put this one here now. And it's quite a bit of wires. Now, because I have 3 wires on here, I have power jacks, and I'm going to connect that positive wire to the other positive terminal on battery 2. So you just want to snug that up, not too tight, just snug. Okay. So my positives are connected there. I have one more positive that the rig needs, and that's this jack wire. Again, this is for my power jack's positive. Now I'm going to see if I can get that under these wires, and I can connect it to the positive of battery terminal 2. And the last connection I'm going to make is the chassis negative connection. And that again is going to go to the negative of battery 2. So everything, the power is being pulled through the batteries. Okay, I also have a negative voltmeter line. So I'm going to put this on here. Okay, so that's it. This is pretty typical setup for, you know, your average RV. You got a couple positive wires, usually the positive converter, the positive battery wire, and a negative chassis wire. And it's pretty typical. And if you have a 2 battery system, 12 volt, you're going to have the 2 parallel lines, positive to positive, negative to negative. Take your time. If you label all the wires off the old batteries before you take them out, you will have no problem reconnecting. This is a simple project that most people can tackle themselves. But I am hoping these AGMs are worth the price for me. I think so, just on the mere fact that I don't have to maintain them anymore. I'm just going to close this step and forget about them. But as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you soon.